Hi and welcome to Live with Joy. Good morning, and we'll give it a few moments for everybody to start to come on the post, and then we're going to discuss what we're going to be doing today. You will need your weights and you will need your mat, and I'll repeat that in a few moments when everybody starts to come on, but that is the equipment that you're going to need today. Everything that we're going to do, and again, I'm going to repeat this in just a moment as we start to get people onto the post, but everything that we're going to do today, you will see in the title, states grounded. That means that we are going to be on the floor the entire time. We're going to warm up on our feet, and then once we bring it down to the ground, we will be staying on that floor for the entire time, okay? So hopefully a few people have come in, and we're going to start to explain exactly what we're going to do. But before we do, let's remind you of what we have been focusing on this week. We've been focused on isometric hold, positions, exercises, okay, poses, all different kinds of things. That's basically where the body is not moving for that particular exercise. So we've been incorporating that in all week. And today and tomorrow are going to be no different. Today and tomorrow are going to be actually two parts, okay? Today we have what I'm calling grounded isometric mashups. So what this means is that if you are moving your upper body, the lower body is going to be in an isometric hold position. So I want you to think about, as you're moving your upper body with whatever move that it is, I want you to think about how engaged the lower body is, trying to really keep that lower part of the body in position as the upper body does the work, okay? And then when we hit the lower body movements, so we're moving through the lower body, the upper body needs to hold a position or engage and stay solid in position. And I want you to think about that upper body doing exactly that and staying in that isometric position as the lower body does its movement. So we're going to be doing this in two parts, like I said, okay? Isometric mashups today, isometric mashups tomorrow. Today, we're doing it all grounded from the floor, and tomorrow, we're going to do all standing isometric mashups, okay? So today, we're going to do whatever we can hitting that floor. We're going to have, in each circuit, we're basically going to do an exercise that is going to have movement through the upper body as we hold an isometric position through the lower body, and then we're going to hold our upper body and we're going to move through the lower body, okay? So we're going to alternate sets of doing it weighted and then doing our own body weight. Now, as we get to the body weight circuits, those are going to be a little bit tougher because it's going to require being in a certain position for an extended period of time, since you're going to be doing upper body movement then lower body movement. So those circuits are only going to be 15 seconds each exercise. So that is going to be quick circuits, okay? But it's going to require a lot of effort from your body, okay? And the circuits that we're doing weighted are going to be our normal 30 seconds for each movement, okay? We're doing 4 times each, so 4 sets of everything that we're doing. And again, it's going to be upper body movement with lower body isometric hold, and then right into our lower body movement with upper body hold, okay? And we're gonna have the 5 seconds transition in between just to get that body set, but we're not really resting. We're just, if you need a moment to rest, you're gonna take it at that time, reset and go, but we're just gonna really try to hold that position and just start the lower body movement, okay? So we'll start with upper body movement, and then we'll go to lower body movement, basically from the same position that we're in. All right, so first thing we want to do is warm it up, and then have your mat handy and ready to go, and your weights handy and ready to go as well. Marching it out right and left, standing up nice and tall, engaging that center, taking those shoulders down and retract that. Right and left, right here. Let's go 8 more, last 8. 4, 3, 2, let's heel across, little push. Last 8. 4, 3, 2, step, touch, take it side to side. Last 8. 4, 3, 2, reach across and tap, reach. Eight, 4, 3, 2, reach it overhead, up. 4, 8, 4, 3, 2, back across. Let's reach. Last 8, 4, 3, 2, hamstring curls and pull. 8, 4, 3, 2, knees to the front. Let's pull. 8, 4, 3, 2, back to the hamstrings. 4, 3, 2, reach across and tap for 8. 4, 3, 2, reach it overhead, up. 4, 3, 2, back across for 8. 4, 3, 2, step, touch, and press. 4, 3, 2, heel across, press forward. 4, 3, 2, march it out, right and left. 4, keep marching, roll those shoulders back 4 times. 3, 2, take those legs out wide and hold. Hands on those thighs and hinge forward with a flat back. Let's hold and roll it up halfway, stretch that spine. Take that flat back down, roll it all the way up, allow that head to come up last, and roll those shoulders back. All right, so I'm gonna be working with 5-pound weights for all the weighted exercises today. You can go lighter, you can go heavier, completely up to you, okay? I'm gonna show you both of those exercises first. These are your 30 seconds one, and I'm gonna give you some options here, okay? So my lower body is gonna stay in position here. Toes are up, heels are on the floor. I'm gonna sit up, rotate, and press up, okay? Now, if you can't do a full sit-up like this, you're not gonna do the sit-up. You're gonna stay here and just move through that upper body, okay? You can press it here for a small move, or rotate and press up right here. But think about that lower body, keeping that engagement, whether you're adding that sit-up or you're just gonna stay there and press in that seated position, okay? Then you're gonna lower down, you're gonna hover your arms off the floor, but you're gonna hold their position right here, and we're gonna drive those knees into the chest, and heel tap that floor right here. Okay, you wanna see if you can get that lower ab activation as you drive those knees in, okay? And then you have that set right back here. With or without that sit-up, make your way up to your seated position, gently and easily, and stay up if you need to, okay? So, you're gonna either be starting here, or starting down here. You're gonna add that sit-up and that press-up. In 3, in 2, and go. We've got 30 seconds on the clock, and we got 4 sets. Okay, so again, you're trying to sit all the way up, rotate and press it up. And then again, if you can't, you're gonna stay right here, just seated. Lower body just staying solid, engaged, okay? And breathing. So lower body's not moving. It is stabilizing the lower body so that you can move through that upper body. Okay, right here you'll have more engagement. Good, lower down. Hover those arms off the floor. You don't want to rest them unless you have to. And now we're moving through that lower body, and the upper body is staying in that isometric hold right here. As you drive those knees into the chest, tap those heels to the floor, and if you can, hovering the back of the arms off of that floor. So you're gonna notice all that tension in your arms, especially if you've got them covered up and not on that floor. Good. Now you're either sitting up to get into your seated position, or from here, right into your sit-up, rotate press. And think about how solid that lower body is. Those lower abs need to engage, those hips need to engage, so that when you're sitting up, or if you're staying in this position, Everything else from that core down is locked in position. Okay, right here. Everything from the lower abs down to the hips are locked in position, but the upper abs are moving if you're adding in that sit-up. Good. Lower down wherever you are. Get into your back position. Hover those arms up. You're going to feel those arms starting to burn. And now you're moving through those legs, driving those knees in towards the chest, and tapping those heels down to that floor. So the upper body holding that isometric hold, the lower body is moving. Good, get that last one in. Lock your lower body in position. Sit up if you're doing it from a seated position. And from here, sit it up and press it up. Again, try to think about locking that lower body in position. No movement as you come up and down or as you sit here and move through the arms. The lower part of that body is locked in position. Awesome. Good. Make your way down onto your back. Hover those arms off the floor, keeping it in a nice, strong position, okay? If you have to rest, get it down, but you're still holding the arms right here. If you can manage to hover, you're hovering right here. And then you got one more set of each left to go. You should be feeling those arms burning, especially if they're hovered over that floor, which is why I'm going with those 5-pound weights, okay? So you're either right here, okay, or, again, adding in that sit-up and that press-up. You could be going one at a time if you need to, okay? And again, remember, you don't have to even press it all the way up. If your move is right there, that's all you got, that's fine. You can't go over that head. Make it smaller. Go one at a time if you need. All right, we're lowering down. Hovering the arms if you can for your final set right here. Driving those knees in, tapping those heels, and you guys stay right there for that final set, okay? And if you don't have water near you, okay, in between the next circuit, get that water if you need it, okay? So you can take your water, you can bring it somewhere close by so it's within reach for you on that floor, okay? Hang in there. You've got 8 seconds left, and then we're going into our body weight circuit. No weights, just your own body. But again, it's only 15 seconds each exercise. Put those weights down, and change that clock for a 15-second superset. Okay, and now you're gonna watch me, so get your water, okay? From here, we're on our forearms now. You can have those knees down, and we're gonna alternate taps right here. If you wanna make it stronger, knees are coming up. Okay, second exercise, take a really quick moment here, and you're back in position, either on the knees, bringing that heel to your bottom, so see how I have this little kick, and now my upper body stays strong in position, or with those knees up, you're kicking from here, okay? All right, so get ready to come down onto those forearms. So you want to be here, and then you want to get ready to either lift those hips up, hold the knees as you tap out and in, or lift those knees off of the floor in 3, 2, and go. Now remember, you only have 15 seconds, so this is going to be a quick circuit. Knees down if you need right here, that's going to help, but you want to think about what is the lower body doing? It's in an isometric hold. Okay, so there's no movement there. Look, that is it. Sit back on those heels for a moment if you need. Just come stretch out of position. Back locked in and heel to your bottom. What is the upper body doing? It's locked in position. Now you can be on your knees here, or again, for a stronger position, all the way into that forearm plank right here with the knees up. And that's it. Take that little stretch if you need. Get into that position, knees down or up, and we're back to those taps. Okay, you see how quick this is gonna go? 15 seconds only, but the moves are hard because we're going back to back. And we need to be in this position for every set of both upper and lower body movements. Take a stretch. Set your position on the knees or on the toes as you kick that bottom with that heel and look straight down to that floor. What is that upper body doing? It's holding your isometric position as the lower body has its movement. Good. Take that little stretch, super quick. Reset, in position, and go. Set number 3. You are already almost through it. Good. Think about how solid from the hips down that body is, right? That's your isometric hold. Good. Quick little stretch if you need it. Knees, toes, kick your bottom. Breathe. Hold that belly up. Think about how solid and strong that upper body is while it holds the position so the lower body can do the movement right here. Good. Take that quick little stretch. Right back into position, knees down or up. And extend and lengthen out. How solid. Even if you're on the knees, that lower body is staying as strong and steady as you can with no movement whatsoever. Good. Take that little stretch if you need. Get reset and kick your bottom. Straight down to the floor. Make sure you're not tucking that chin in. This is your last and final set. Only 15 seconds. Let's breathe through it. Good. You guys stay right there. Finish it out. Get some water. And we're resetting for our 30-second set back to those weights. All right, watch me. Now you may or may not want to fold your mat because you're gonna need some cushion for those knees right here, okay? We're gonna take only one weight. Feet are closer, knees are a little bit more apart, okay? Right here, we're gonna extend out, pull it in, and twist. So you're gonna look like this, okay? And then for that second exercise, right, our lower body is holding everything tight as we move upper. Second exercise, look at my hands. I want the fingers off and the palms here. I want you to push into that weight like you're trying to crush it in between the hands. Hold it solid in that position as you move through those legs in that kneeling squat position right here, okay? If you want to do all this on your feet, you can. It would be the same moves. Solid lower body, and then holding and squatting, okay? All right, so get in position where you are holding the weight. You're gonna come out, twist to one side, come out, and twist to the other in 3, 2, and go. And from this position, I want you to squeeze your glutes nice and tight so that lower body is remaining in that nice isometric position. Lower body is not moving. It's staying strong. And I want you to really think about that tightness from your hips down. So only the upper body doing that movement, lower body holding strong in that isometric position right here. Good. Release the fingers, push into the weight so you're really engaging that upper body. And now you're just moving through the lower. So sit down on those heels and come back up. And as you come up, I want you to squeeze those glutes behind you. Push into that weight nice and strong. Breathe. Good. Really push that weight to get extra isometric hold on the top. Use those chest muscles like you're trying to crush that weight between the palms of your hands. Good. Come on up. Grab onto that weight. Squeeze that bottom nice and tight so you're locked in position. And we're right back here. Extend and twist. And make sure those glutes are super tight behind you. Locking that lower body in position. So it's not just staying there, it's engaging those muscles tightly. Isometric squeeze of those glutes, of those quads. Good, and hold. Release the fingers. Get those palms in. Press and squeeze into that weight. And now again, back to that lower body movement. Upper body is just remaining in this position. As you push into that weight, I really feel the engagement in that chest. Squeeze the glutes as you come up. Good. Think about the hold at the top, movement at the bottom. Good. Grab onto that weight. Reset. Lock your body position by squeezing those glutes. Super tight. Keeping those hips right underneath those shoulders as you extend that weight out and twist. So we're getting all that grounded work out of the way today. Because tomorrow I'll be on location on the blacktop. So tomorrow we're going to do all of our standing isometric mashup exercises. Good. Relax. And then release the fingers, push into that weight, and sit down and up. Squeeze the glutes at the top. And then one more set right here. So today is all that grounded work. We're going to get out of that way, including that body weight. And then you're done with that body weight for the week on that floor. Squeeze those glutes at the top. Good, but don't push those hips in front of those shoulders. So you want to stop right here underneath those hips, underneath those shoulders with those hips. Squeeze the glutes nice and tight. And release, good. Grab that weight, reset, lock by squeezing those glutes. Extend out. Good, you got to engage that core. So as you're extending like in here, you're pulling that belly in on that extension. And then you're getting that twist. All the while, that lower body from the hips down, locked into position. So think about that isometric hold in the lower part of that body as you move the upper. Good. Release the fingers. Press the palms into that weight and move through that lower body last and final time. And then back to body weight for only 15 seconds of each set. Good. Come on up. Bring that weight to the side. Resetting for our 15-second set. And I'm going to show you exactly what we're doing. Get some water if you need, okay? So right here, we're getting into our strong full plank position. Knees down if you need to right here, okay? And we're going to go for shoulder taps. So what is the lower body doing? It's locking everything in place. I don't want to see all this rolling through the hips. I want you to engage as tight as you can from that core down, okay? And then second exercise is going to be elbow, knee to the elbow. Locking the upper body in position. Now, of course, you can do that from those knees as well. Okay, but you got to lock that upper body, lift that chest up. Make sure you're not here. You're fully extended, lifting that chest up and pressing up through those shoulders as well, okay? So everything lifted, chest away from that floor, okay? So full plank position or on your knees for those shoulder taps. But remember, everything's locked in place. I don't want to see any rocking of those hips. So really lock those hips in place. Start your shoulder taps in 2 and 1. Remember, you only have 15 seconds here. You can take a quick child's pose in between just to get a stretch through those arms and upper body. So right here, we're locking our lower body. We're moving through our upper body. Get your last one in. Take a quick stretch if you need. Back up here or on your toes and bring that elbow, that knee rather, right into that elbow. But what is the upper body doing? It's locked in place. You're pushing your chest up and away from that floor. Only 15 seconds. Come out of position for a moment. Back in, either on the knees or on the toes, and shoulder taps. So see, you don't want to be doing this, right? You want to lock that lower body in position. Engaging the center, squeezing the quads, squeezing the glutes. Staying as steady as you can through that lower body. Take that little rest. Come back up. Lock your upper body in position. And now that lower body's moving. So I want you to really think about what that upper body's doing as the lower body moves. It is locked. It is strong. It is in that isometric hold. Good. Take that little moment right there. On the knees or on the toes, lock your lower body in position and give me those shoulder taps. So I want you to really think about it today. That lower body, so locked in position, it can't shift or move. Good, sit it back, take a moment, back up, and knee to the elbow. Lock that upper body in position. And then one more set. I know these are hard because we have to be in this position for every exercise. Okay, take more rest if you need than what I'm giving you, okay? If you can only get one or two of the movements in, that's fine. Here, okay, that will take some pressure off of that upper body. Here, if you can, for your last and final set. Take a moment and get ready for your final set. Knee right into that elbow. And remember, you can be on all fours right here. Totally fine. Stay right there. It's only 15 seconds, but I know even those 15 seconds is a lot to bear in that position. Stop and get some water. All right, all done with that. Going back to our weighted 30 seconds circuits. All right, watch me. I'm still gonna use my thighs because I wanna make sure I'm in control of the hold. All right, so we're gonna be here and we're gonna lift those hips up. Now we're gonna lock those hips in position, squeezing those glutes nice and tight, and rotate through that chest press, okay? Now if you have trouble holding up through that bridge, just take it down. Okay, lock the body down on that floor. Think of engaging that core, okay? And then your second exercise, okay, will be up here. Relax your hips down, hold the arms up in position, and then we're moving through that hip thrust, okay? So we're moving through it right there, all right? All right, so first thing we want to do, lock those arms in position here. Lift those hips up, squeeze those glutes if you can. If not, keep those hips down, and rotate through that press right there. 30 seconds on that clock starting now, and we got those back-to-back sets. Just that 5 seconds in between. We look to lower those hips down and take a moment before you start to hip thrust up. But right here, you're holding that bridge. You're squeezing those glutes nice and tight. Feet pressed down and into that floor, and you're moving through that chest right here. Rotate and press. Good. Keep those hips up and those glutes tight. Good. Now hold the arms up, lower those hips down, lock those arms in position, and move only through those hips, up and down for that hip thrust. Those arms are going to stay engaged and up and over those shoulders, so they don't get to come down and rest on the floor. That upper body stays in this isometric hold right here. Good. Relax for a moment. Arms stay up. Lift those hips up. Squeeze the glutes. Rotate and press. And this is why I went with the fives. If you need to switch out and go lighter, do it. Good. You should be starting to feel those glutes that now have to hold in position. If it's too much, just lower the hips down and get the arm moving because that is more important right now. Okay. You can lower those hips down but still engage that lower body. A little bit more contracted and more difficult in that isometric hold here, holding that bridge as you rotate through that press. Good, get that last one in. Hold the arms up, lower those hips down, take a moment there. Lock those arms in position and start to move through those hips, up and down. Good, do that little hip thrust, moving through that bridge right here. Squeeze those glutes as those hips come up at the top. Good. Relax that body for a moment. Make sure the arms are locked. Lift. Squeeze the glutes. Rotate and press. For set number 3 right here. So now you've got that bridge position if you can. Hips down if it's too much. Hi guys. Hang in there. Get that glute activation as you are rotating through that press. Okay, upper body. right here. Isometric hold through the lower. Squeezing that bottom nice and strong, nice and tight. Good. Lower those hips down. Lock those arms in position. And now move through that lower body, giving you that hip thrust up and down. Squeeze those glutes at the top, guys. If you have to lose the hold of the arms, that's what you're losing, and you're moving through the lower body, okay? So you're always going to lose the isometric hold first, and continue the movement if you need to, okay? If you need to lose one, lose the isometric hold. Good, and relax, keep those arms up, now lift those hips up, lock those hips in position, squeezing those glutes nice and tight, and we're on our final set right here, rotating through that press. Find that control through that movement. Good, nice and easy, lower down, lock those arms in position, and movement through that lower body. Last and final time right here. Squeezing those glutes at the top of that move. Good, get that final and last one in. Gently lower those weights, take them to the side, get some water, and we're setting up for that 15-second set. All right, as you're getting water, watch me. We're gonna be in our side position, okay? Now we're trying to get up into that side plank as we rotate through that reach right here. And then our second exercise, bringing that leg up and down into that hip abduction. Now, of course, option here, lock everything down here as you move through here with that hip down, and then lock the entire upper body as you lift and lower here, okay? If you absolutely need to, you can stay here for this. Lock the upper body in position. Think about engaging that core as that leg lifts up and down, okay? But up here if you can, up here if you can. We're gonna alternate sides, so you'll have that chance to switch and get a little rest from that one side. So you only gotta do each side 2 times, okay? So we're gonna start either here or up here. And don't lift yet until I count you down as you reach through in 3, in 2, and go. Okay, so whatever side you're on, you're reaching underneath the body. And again, if you need that hip down, just lock everything from the hip down into position. Okay, here, a little bit harder. You gotta really lock it up in position. Good, take a little moment lowering that hip down. Lift it back up and lift and lower. Now again, if you can keep that hip lifted, you'll be here. Or if you need to rest on that second side, bringing that arm down, you'll be here, okay? And now we're gonna switch to the other side. Lift that hip up if you can, and reach. Once again, that hip can be down if you need to. Remember, only 15 seconds, so these are quick. Lower that hip down for a moment. If you can, it's back up. If you need to go all the way down, go ahead and lay all the way down. And now we're here. Hands on the hip, or if you need, you can place the hand on the floor. And that will also take some pressure off of that shoulder. Good, we're gonna switch it again. Hip up if you can, arm up, and reach it. So we're on set number 3. Again, you only have to do each side 2 times, and it's only 15 seconds for each exercise. So nice, quick little circuits. Lower down for a moment. Lift it up if you can. Stay down if you can't. Hand on the hip, hand on the floor, or lower it all the way down to that ground, stretching out that bottom arm. Okay, so once again, that looks like this if you need it, and that arm is stretched out to get that stretch if you need, but you're still getting that hip abduction. Take it to the other side for your final set, lifting it up if you can, reaching through for those 15 seconds. Good, lower that hip down, if it's up just for a moment. Lift it back up into position and right into that hip abduction. For your final set again, only 15 seconds. Hip down if you need, totally fine. Hand on the hip, hand on the floor. Or again, all the way down here if you need to, but still locking everything from the hips up in position. All right, that is it for that one. Our final weighted circuit right here. Get some water if you need it. We're gonna reset that clock for our 30-second set. All right, watch me. You're gonna wanna be on a cushioned surface. We are going to take this staggered stance right here. We're gonna grab onto our weight like this, like we have a hammer in our hand, and we're gonna chop across. Okay, so it's gonna look like this. Chop across the body, get that nice swing as you come down and across that body. Now, second exercise, gonna be a little bit more difficult. Now, you're gonna either be here to here, okay? This is your movement. Upper body up here, staying tall. Now, if you can, pressing up from that move. Okay, obviously more difficult. You don't have to be there. If you can't, you're here. If you don't want to be in that kneeling position for the second exercise, bring it up here and do a little lunge up on the top, okay? All right, so, and then we're going to change sides. So again, this one you only have to do one side and the other side 2 times. So you want to take that weight over your shoulder like a hammer and chop it across the body into and 1. Go for it right here. So these movements we're doing on the floor, I know that they're difficult right now, especially this set, but these are the exercises that help you get up and down from that floor without being assisted, okay? So if you can manage to stay in this position here, this would be a position that you're gonna get up from. So our whole entire body right now needs to stay in this isometric hold through the lower body. Take it into your right hand, your right leg is in front. Now watch, we're either gonna be here and back up, so we're getting used to how we would get up from the floor. And then if you can, pressing up, okay? Of course you may not be there yet, but get used to doing this, because this is how when we're on that floor, right? We need to come here first, then get up from that floor. Okay, so this is what is gonna help you start to learn how you need to eventually get up from that floor. Okay, again, I don't expect you to be necessarily here, but work on that first move, okay? Now we wanna take that left foot in front, take that weight over the left shoulder, and chop it across that body. So lock your legs in position right here. And if you wanted to do this standing, you absolutely could. Okay, right here. And then your second exercise again would be right here, okay? Right here if you can, working on how we're gonna get up from that floor. Left arm's coming up, lock it in that isometric hold. And again, we're either here, working through this exercise, and again, if holding that weight up is too much, put the weight down and keep working on this, okay? This, without that weight. This is your challenge, that isometric hold. And then obviously this is even more of a challenge if you can make your way up from that floor with that push. Good, lower down, get that right foot in front, take it over that right shoulder, and chop across. Okay, so that upper body's moving. The lower body needs to lock you in this position. I know these are not easy moves, but find that modification that works for you. Okay, if you need to be on your feet, be on your feet for this one. All right, and again, with the isometric hold if you can. If not, work on this without it, right? And then if you can, that added, curl that back toe under to press up from that kneeling lunge position. And you gotta be gentle. When I'm putting that knee down, I'm super gentle. You can have a pillow underneath that back knee if you needed to. Okay, all ways that you can make it a little bit easier if you needed that extra cushion. Good, lower down, left leg is in front, and right here. Chop it across. Good, lock that lower body. Right in that position, stabilize that core so that you're not moving or swaying with this. Body not getting unsteady. The more solid you work on those isometric holds. Left arm is up, and again, we're focusing on just here, which would be your next step to coming here and getting off of that floor with that nice seamless movement right here. Good. You can do those next to a couch and help yourself up as well. Again, those are not easy, but they are functional exercises that help you get up and down from the ground. Doesn't mean you have to be at that higher level of it, okay? Last and final circuit. We got our body weight, so only 15 seconds. Watch me, and I'll give you some options here as well, because again, another difficult move, another difficult position to be in. Okay, so we're going to do our dips with our hips lifted or, again, with those hips down. And then our second exercise, we lock our upper body position and we kick those legs. And again, you can do this from the floor as well. Now, if you have trouble staying in this position with those hands down, watch me. Okay, we're going to be here, pressing the hands together, and you're going to give me that tricep extension behind the head. Okay, and then you can either kick here, or you can kick here, or I'll even give you another option to kick here, okay? If you need to completely come off of those hands in that position. Find what works for you. Rotate the hands however it feels comfortable for you to be in that position, okay? We're starting with locking from the hips down into position, whether you're here or here, and you're bending and extending through the elbows. You're not moving through those hips, okay? Then 3, 2, and here we go. It's only 15 seconds. All right, let's do it. 15 seconds only. Pressing here, or again, remember your second modification option right here. If you need, you'll still work those triceps. We can take pressure off those hands. Shake it out in between each one, either staying here, kicking it from here, lifting those hips up as high as you can for this one, and kicking it out from here, or again, lowering down into that bridge and kicking it from here, okay? So you've got lots of options if you need it. All right, shake it out, set it up, here, or lifting. And again, it's the elbows bending extended. Think about engaging the lower body and not moving it at all. It's gonna lower only because I'm bending my elbows, not because I'm dropping my hips down. I'm staying in position. Shake it out. Get ready to lift or keep that bottom down or lower down onto those shoulders into that bridge position. And the focus is on kicking here and keeping the upper body in a nice solid position. You don't want to hardly tuck that chin in, just lightly, because we don't want to have the head falling back either. Lower down, shake it out. Again, you could be here if it's too much pressure on those wrists. Here with that bottom down, or lifted, and then you extend from here. Good, lower everything, shake it out. Again, here, here, or down in that shoulder bridge. Keeping the upper body super strong. So if you're here, that upper body is engaged, holding those shoulders, those arms in position. Good, lower down, shake it out. You got just one more set right here, guys. Okay, you can keep that bottom down. You can lift that bottom up, lock it in position. Think about that isometric hold through the lower body. As we bend and extend through the upper. Good, shake it out. And one more set right here. Kicking it. Hips down, bridge position, or right here in this, what we call reverse tabletop. Lower down, shake it out, and take it onto your back as you hug in. You are all done. So tomorrow, same idea with those isometric mashups. We're going to have the upper body moving, lower body remaining in a isometric hold. The lower body moving, upper body remaining in some sort of isometric hold. And we're going to think about those holds as we're moving the other half of the body. Get that left leg up, down rather, and that right leg up, and rotate the ankle. But tomorrow we're going to do it all standing. So no grounded work tomorrow. Other direction. And center, flex and point. Flex and hold and pull that leg in. Reach for those toes if you can, or just hold that leg. And release, ankle onto that opposite leg if you can, bringing it up if you can, hugging it in. And hug both knees in. Take that right foot down, extend and lengthen that left leg up, rotate the ankle as you hold it in position. And other direction. And flex and point. And then flex and hold, and pull that leg in. And then if you can, releasing that hand to reach for the toes, if not, just hold in position. Take that left ankle onto the right leg, staying here and lifting it up if you can, hugging it if you can grab underneath that leg. And hug those knees in. We're going to roll ourselves up or come to our side. In order to come to those feet, get those hands on the floor. Allow the bottom to come up and roll yourself up from there. Or come up any other way that you feel comfortable. Coming up to that standing position. Roll the shoulders back as you come up. Good, let's roll down and hold down in position. Separate those feet, hands on the thighs. Hinge forward through the hips, hold that flat back. And roll it up halfway, stretching that spine. Then take that flat back down, roll it all the way up, allow the head to come up last. And roll the shoulders back, take a deep breath in. Hold it up, lower down the left, lift and reach with the right. Rise it up, take that arm across the chest, press it in. That same arm up and back, reach down the back, press back. Lengthen and extend up, lower the right, lift and reach, feel that stretch on the left side. Rise it up, take it across that chest, press it in. Same arm, up and back, reach down the back, press back. Lengthen and extend the arms up, lower down and interlock behind the back. Open up the chest, squeeze and retract those shoulder blades back. And release. Let's take 2 deep breaths in. Exhale one more time. And exhale, and you guys are all done. Fantastic work today. I know some of those mashups were really quite difficult to do, but once again, the more you do it, the stronger you get at it, and you can take less time than even I gave you, especially in those body weight moves. They were 15 seconds, but if you can only do a couple and then take a rest, that is fine. Remember, it is your body, and you do what you can do and what you're comfortable with. It doesn't have to be the allotted time that I give you. You take rest whenever you need it, and you work on progressing to try to get to the time frame that we're at, but you don't have to be there. So good work today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for those isometric mashups. Grounded today, standing tomorrow. One more day of that week left to go, and tomorrow I will be on location of the JCC, so if anybody wants to do it, in person with me, make sure you go to the miyjcc.org and you can register there for the class. And if not, you can also get me virtually here. But remember, tomorrow is 9:30. That's our start time tomorrow for Friday as we finish up that week with our isometric exercises, holds and poses and positions. And I will see you then. If you like this workout and you want to do it again and work on getting all those exercises stronger, save it, share it, or come back to this page, click on videos, and you know the deal. They're all there for you. So great job today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Awesome work. I know a tough class, but whatever you can do, remember, is amazing. You just want to keep it moving, okay? Good job. Thank you for joining me, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.